Our seminar for today will be conducted by our guest lecturer, Mr. Guerrero. Mr. Guerrero attended the University of Papua New Guinea School of Law from 2005 to October 2008, and he graduated with the Bachelor of Degree with second-class honors. He then attended the Papua New Guinea Legal Training Institute during 2009, graduating with a postgraduate certification of completion of legal training and an academic prize for attaining first place in the subject of PNG taxation law. Mr. Guerrero then attended the Mitchell Hamline School of Law in St. Paul City, Minnesota, United States of America, during 2016, wherein he obtained a Master's of Law degree with particular research on intellectual property law. Mr. Guerrero continues to practice law in Papua New Guinea in the main areas of commercial law, which is largely corporate regulatory and advisory in nature. I would like to invite Mr. Guerrero on stage to begin his seminar.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for taking your time out of your busy schedules to come down. And thank you to the Master of Ceremony for that generous introduction. Today's seminar is looking at the 8 categories of intellectual property and how an indigenous SME can apply such intellectual property in the production and development of their goods and services that specifically include traditional knowledge and more importantly, this leads to the protection and the development of the cultures from which they originate from. So So what are the 8 categories? The 8 categories are, firstly, you could use copyright to protect the traditional cultural expressions. You can use, secondly, industrial designs to protect the look and the feel of your culturally inspired products. You could use trademarks to register distinctive indigenous words, names, and symbols. You can use certification and collective marks to distinguish your goods. The next category is geographical indications as a way to link goods to a specific area. You may also use patents to protect innovations that are based on traditional knowledge, and you may use trade secrets to protect confidential traditional knowledge. And lastly, you can use unfair competition laws as a defense mechanism against intellectual property infringement. Let's go through them one by one. Copyright specifically can be used to protect cultural expression. This includes musical paintings and sculptures, and the protection is against unauthorized use by the public. What else should we know about copyright? Copyright is regulated under the Copyright and Neighboring Rights Act 2000. Under Section 4, it will give you the definition of what artistic and literary works, including paintings, sculptures, and music. It will give you the criteria for which these literary and artistic works can be qualified as copyrightable. And these criteria is that a copyright must be original, it must be creative, and it must be fixated on a tangible form. So this basically means that you only need to prove that you are indeed the author and that you used your creativity to produce the artistic work. It only requires that you have shown a degree of originality and a degree of creativity. It does not have to be completely new. The fixation of a tangible onto a tangible mode means that you need to record your idea onto an audible, a visual, or a literary medium. What rights does the copyright give you? It gives you economic rights, it gives you a moral right, and it gives you the authorship. So the authorship basically affirms that you are and acknowledges that you are the exclusive owner and creator of the artistic work. And the moral right goes to the integrity and reputation of the artistic work. And it lasts for the lifetime of the author and a period of generally 50 years after the death of the author. The economic right basically means that you have the right to receive all financial benefits from the use of your copyright. And if I didn't mention that the moral right also protects the integrity of your designs from being distorted in any way. In a last note for copyrights is that under the Copyrights Act, the cultural and traditional cultural expression is captured in the definition of folklore. And the folklore is basically what we have discussed in terms of copyrights, including drawings, paintings, carvings, sculptures, pottery, terracotta, mosaic, woodwork, metalware, jewelry, handicraft, costumes, and indigenous textiles. So let's move on to an example of how copyright is applied. So here we have an example from Ghana. This is a kente cloth. It is a woven fabric taken from the Asante ethnic group. This design had become very popular and produced in other countries other than Ghana. And so as a result, the Ghanaian government specifically legislated in the Copyright Act that the protection of copyrights applies to the kente cloth or kente and adinkra designs and under the expression of folklore. So the protection of folklore is vested according to the Ghanaian Copyright Act of 2005 to the president for and on behalf of the people of Ghana. In Papua New Guinea, the authority would be the National Cultural Commission. They are vested with the power under the Enabling Act, the National Cultural Commission Act. And they work under the direction of the Minister for Culture and Tourism. As I have produced the slides with the help of the law school to the participants, we can probably skip through the next design. I'm sure you all have copies, and you may be able to read through at your own time. But it basically covers the same things. What do you see? That's it? Okay. Thank you very much for taking time out from your busy schedules to attend the seminar and celebrate World Intellectual Property Day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Guerrero, for taking time to conduct this seminar with us. I'm sure all of us here, and those watching as well online, have learned a great deal about how concepts of intellectual property law can assist Indigenous SMEs. I would also like to thank Mr. Pokowin, as well as the President for UPNG Law Student Society, and her team for organizing this event. And thank you as well to everyone for attending. Have a great day.